In this exercise, what we're going to do is something a little bit different. We're going to try adding 3 visuals to one page, or really to one visual. I'm getting this all wrong. 3 slicers to one visual. I'd like you to switch over to your donut chart. And just because I want this to visually stand out when we publish, I'd like you to first turn on the border and the shadow. Now this stuff is generally a little bit cosmetic, but I want them to stand off against the slicers on the page. So I'd like you to select the chart, and then in the visualizations pane, let's come to the format well. Most of this stuff stays on. Let's go to the general tab, which is right here. And let's expand effects. Let's turn the border on, and then let's turn the shadow on. Okay. These stand off, and that's a little bit pretty much the way I'm going to want this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 list style slicers to the right, and we're going to put some tiles at the bottom. We're going to watch how all of this works together, okay? So let's see what we can do with this. First, make sure you are not clicked onto the chart. Click off. Find your icon for a slicer. It's right here. 5 rows down, second one across. 1 click. And let's drag this to the right of the chart. Now we'll do a better job of resizing this once we see what's in here. We're going with Salesperson, and so let's find the Salesperson field, drag this into the field bucket, then take a moment and resize this. Okay. So what could I use here? Well, I'd like the font size to be a little bit bigger, and I think I'd like to see the border and the drop shadow around it. I'll make it a little bit nicer when we publish. So let's go to our format well. Probably let's take a look. Slicer settings. Yeah, let's go to value so I can change the font size. Really, the correct number is whatever looks good to you. I'm going to push this up to 12, but that just looks good for me. You're going to set this to whatever you like. Up here on the General tab, let's come to our effects. Border on, drop shadow on. And I think we're in good shape. If there's any other cosmetic changes you'd like to make, go right ahead and make them. Hit the pause button, take a few minutes and experiment, but we're in good shape here. When you're back, we're going to do another slicer right beneath Salesperson. This one's going to be Market Segment. It's this field over here. We haven't done too much with it, but we're going to do something with it now. So again, make sure you're not clicked onto anything. Click the slicer button. It's going to keep guessing incorrectly where you want it. The next time it'll actually be correct. That will be where you want it, just not this time. And we will take Market Segment, pull Market Segment into the field bucket. There we go. It's just the 5, and then just like before, a little bit of change here doesn't hurt anything. Format Visual. So for my values, let's push the font size up to 12, or whatever looks good. Up here on General, here, let's go to Effects, and add a little bit here. Good. And then just like before, if you like to change anything, go ahead. If we'd like to change the title to put a little bit of a space in there, that might add some readability to this. Let's get this selected. Oh, and the Show All buttons. My mistake, we forgot the Show All buttons. That's slicer settings. Vertical list is correct. Yes, but I want the Show All checkbox. Slicer header, I just want to put the space in here between the word market and segment. Good, that will look a little bit more professional in here. I suppose we should go back and fix this top one, yes? Let's click the top one. Format well, Visual tab, Slicer settings, Selection. Yes, I really do want that Show All. Okay, we can work with this. Let's go ahead and take care of our last one. This one we're going to leave at the bottom because we want this one tiled. So just like before, click off of everything. Find your slicer button. Finally, we're just going to leave it down here. Let's drag region right into the field bucket. Now we have to make a change because we have yet one more vertical list, and this is not what we want. So let's go up to the top. Slicer settings. Yeah, see, it says vertical list. This is no good. Let's change this to tile. This is what I want. While we're out here, let's do selection and let's do show all. Perfect. The header will keep on. Some of these values, let's see if we can make the font size a little bigger. Got it. Over to general. This one turns on, and this one turns on. Plus whatever else we'd like to do while we're out here, but we now have one more slicer that we can use to control the donut chart. And of course, these others will work at the same time. Each one is nothing more than an interactive filter against the data set. So far so good, folks. We're in great shape with these, but you can see it's not that difficult. Once you get one or two of these down, it's just a matter of experimenting to figure out what's going to work best for you. You're also going to recall that the type of slicer that you get depends upon the data type. Like, what does that mean? So for example, notice that because I'm over here for region, so let's select this. Because I'm in here for region, and when I look at my slicer settings, notice that I get vertical list, tile, and drop down, right? Why these three? Because I picked a text field. Right? Had I picked a number field, I would have had the slider control and maybe one or two others in there as well, because now I'm working with numbers. So just one more small distinction, but let's click your save button. I'll see you in the next video.